From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Well, 1 week from today, folks, we got our first Reading Rodeo event. It will be May 15th through the 18th. You got to make sure you get those tickets. You can go to readingrodeo.com to purchase your tickets. You can also call the box office at 530-241-8559 and get your tickets. You can also go for a chance to win free tickets to the Reading Rodeo. Now, of course, today I had my first announcement on Coffee with Kruger at 7 a.m. We'll be doing another announcement on Thursday. That's tomorrow at 7 a.m. on Coffee with Kruger. All you got to do is watch on Facebook. If you watch on Facebook, you can share and comment. Make sure you do both, because I'm also going to make sure that those settings aren't too private, because a lot of these shares don't show me who shared it. So at least make a comment as well that you want to be entered into the giveaway here. Also, though, if you're not watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube or any of the other platforms, you can also email me at mkruger@weathernorcal.com. You can also just go to weathernorcal.com, click on contact, and then from there, you can send the information. Winners will be announced this Friday, so be sure to get in on that if you want to try to win some tickets. We have a wind advisory out there today with a warming trend. For the rest of the week, 90 plus degrees in the valley here later this week. In fact, by Friday, I think many of us in the valley could see 90 degrees for the first time this year, and that'll probably continue into the weekend. Possible mountain showers, maybe some thunderstorms here going into your Sunday and Monday. Here is your neighborhood at a glance. Of course, those windy conditions I was talking about. Temperatures upper 70s. Now, we could be looking at some 80-degree readings for some of us in the valley, but mainly looking at upper 70s. Temperatures in the 60s for the higher elevations, although in Trinity County, low to mid 70s, and for the coast in the mid 60s. All right, so let's take a look at those winds. And again, you can see that wind advisory through tomorrow morning. There are the winds pretty strong out there this afternoon. I think they'll be strongest by midday. They'll weaken a bit as we do go into this evening and tonight, but even tomorrow morning, some gusty winds, especially for the west side of the valley here, and not to mention for the foothills just east of the valley. Especially a lot of those canyons and ridges, we can see really strong winds there. So for the valley today, I'm expecting gusts between 30, maybe upwards of 40 miles per hour, and a little bit stronger than that for some of the higher elevations. Now, as we go into Thursday afternoon, you'll notice the winds will be much weaker, but still some breezy conditions here off in the eastern mountains. And then going into your Friday, things are looking much better really across the board. So really conditions will be improving with those winds over the next several days. So here's the big picture. Main area of low pressure is here, but around it, we've got this weak area of low pressure that's developing and is going to be kind of pushing down to the south. There's high pressure down to our south and west that's building northward. So here's what's happening. The difference between the two is creating a high pressure gradient that we call. So when these two, the closer they are together, the stronger that north wind event. This is a classic strong north wind event that we see around here, and they're going to be fairly strong, as I was mentioning, upwards of around 30 to 40 miles per hour in the valley, and stronger than that in the foothills and mountains. But as we progress into Thursday, Friday, as I mentioned, the winds are weakening. Why? Because high pressure is building northward, that's pushing to the south, and as a result, they spread farther and farther apart. As they do that, those winds begin to weaken. But then our focus is on the heat that we'll see for Friday, Saturday, even into Sunday. But by Mother's Day, Sunday, look at this. We're seeing the potential for thunderstorms in the higher elevations. And even though this particular forecast model is not showing it on Monday, it has over the last few days, and now it's kind of taking it out on Monday. The European forecast model is still holding on to that potential on Monday. So keeping the chance for mountain thunderstorms even for Monday. But then by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, look what's happening. We got another ridge of high pressure building in. That'll be moving up closer to us by the middle of next week, and temperatures getting even warmer. We're talking mid to possibly even some upper 90s by the time we get into next week. But here's what it looks like today. Getting close to around 80 degrees for many of us in the valley, 60s for most of the higher elevations to the north and east. However, Trinity County, mid 70s. Inland areas, upper 70s. But for the coast, mid 60s for your daytime highs. Here's a look at your 7-day outlook, starting off with the valley. Windy and breezy for today and tomorrow. Temperatures increasing. We're talking low 90s for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But again, look at that. By Tuesday of next week, we're beginning to see even warmer temperatures, and it may even get warmer than that by next Wednesday. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for the coast, inland, and for Trinity County. There is a chance for showers and thunderstorms on Sunday, Monday. Nothing guaranteed at this point, just something that I'm watching here very closely. And as we look at your 7-day outlook for elsewhere in the mountains, Siskiyou County, Modoc, and the Eastern Mountains, also that chance for Sunday, Monday. Otherwise, we are seeing an increase in our temperatures as we approach the weekend.